politics. I'm talking people and their lives.
Bishop Joseph Brennan of the Diocese of Fresno speaks about the Catholic Church's role in the face of deportations across the country. Action News reporter Kate Nemmerich spoke with the bishop this afternoon about his concerns.
She joins us now live from downtown Fresno with the bishop's message of people over politics. Kate?
Warren, Margot, Bishop Joseph Brennan has referred to mass deportations as inhumane, and he says he opposes referring to everyone who has crossed the border illegally as criminals. However, he says he doesn't oppose all deportations.
Mass deportations in the United States are leading to Catholic leaders across the world to push back against current policy.
I try to avoid politics absolutely in my preaching and in my teaching, but there are gospel values at play here and human lives at stake here. And that's where I not only can say something, I have to say something.
Bishop Joseph Brennan of Fresno wants to be clear. He doesn't see the issue as a political one. In the last month, both Pope Francis and the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops issued statements rebuking some of the president's executive orders, saying they, quote, will harm the most vulnerable among us. In January, Brennan shared similar sentiments in his own opinion piece. The Pope and Bishop, each using biblical stories of migration as examples of people's rights to seek refuge. However, they also say countries should be able to protect their borders and would support immigration reform.
Certainly opposed to mass deportations, as are the United States bishops. We don't see that as a good option, maybe even not even a viable or even practical one. We see it more as an inhuman approach to a very real problem.
During his campaign, President Trump said only criminals would be deported. But after his inauguration, his administration clarified they considered anyone who entered the country illegally a criminal.
We will deport individuals based on the laws of this country. That's all this administration is trying to do, enforce our nation's immigration laws. So if an individual is here illegally, if that means they crossed our southern border illegally, or they are overstaying their visa illegally, or they've been deported before and returned to the U.S. illegally, which we've found in many instances, they will be subject to deportation.
The president and his supporters say mass deportations are a crucial step to improve the nation's safety and security. Brennan says the church would not harbor violent criminals, but takes issues with immigrants being painted with a broad stroke.
And the Pope addresses that too in a way, where he says people who have crossed the border and have therefore violated a precept or a law, an ordinance, a law of the United States of America, ought not to be labeled criminal.
Brennan says the church is taking steps to educate and provide resources to the congregation and community.
The bishop says the policies aren't just impacting the people in the pews, but those at the pulpit. He says there are people that work for the church that are under visas or are DACA recipients that are feeling the effects of current policies. Live in downtown Fresno, I'm Kate Nemmerich, ABC 30 Action News.
Hey Central California, stay up to date with all the latest news and weather. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to ABC 30 Action News.